Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. It's now officially 7:58. I did want to come on and share, since obviously we have Labor Day coming up. I'm gonna do a nice little theme with that, and we're gonna keep the heart, obviously, red, white, and blue, right? And then obviously once Labor Day comes, we'll, do like USA, my little USA thing with little flags. Um, we'll do like our own, I love America kind of thing. Which again, pink usually is associated like the first thing that comes to mind, right? Usually like Valentine's Day. So, and love, right? So because of that, that's what we're gonna do. So, I just have to take that down, and then I do have to try to remember where I put the other red ones. So these, the dark pinks, well no, this is the lighter pink. These two here are the LEDs. Then you have that, which is lighter pink, and then you have the two LED purples. I'm gonna have to actually look back through, because I remember red and purple, or no, Alyssa, pink and purple. There we go. Pink and purple. And then obviously I remember red, white, and it was red, white, and purple, I think, on this side. Or red, pink, and purple. I mean, I can switch it up. This is Super Lush Life. It's the way I wanna. But I don't think that I'm gonna want bright red. So I only have that strand of red then, to use. So like I said, there's some strategic planning that I have to do. Like I said, so start with purples. Start with pinks, Alyssa. I could start with purple too, and then bring it up and then shoot it around. So anyhow, I'll figure all that out, but I just want to come on and share. That's obviously not something I'm going to do on film tonight. And then I will get my shower, so I'll keep you guys updated with that. Even though, obviously, I'm going for a run tomorrow, and I'm going to obviously take a shower when I come home. But unfortunately, I haven't showered since Tuesday. Yesterday, probably it's all right, I guess. But probably should have gotten some. So we'll definitely do it tonight for sure. And then tomorrow, like I said. So anyhow, I'll talk to you guys. I don't know when, but I'll talk to you guys when I do. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. It's now officially 10:14, as you guys can officially see. Definitely have it glowing in here and sparkling. There obviously is the new lights. I'll get to that in a second. And then we have all those purple lights into the pink. After careful looking around, I decided that, there's just so much purple and pink over here. And I definitely shouldn't have, I probably should have just kept this corner LEDs too, and this corner like a brighter, warmer color. But hey, it's fine. This is Super Lush Life, and actually, quite frankly, I like it like that. Because of that, I'm going to actually make around the, vanity mirror. I'm going to make that. I love the pink glow. The purple glow too. So now, what we're going to do actually instead is we're going to move those pink lights, the purple. I always call purple pink, guys. Purple doesn't exist. Anyhow, no, it does exist. Anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change that around, and then I'll start this purple one the whole way around into the pink, right? So, yeah, like I said, you can actually make it out. Obviously, you can't make it out on reverse. That's obviously why I did the front view today. So, let's show you guys the front. See, you can make it out in the front. So, obviously, we're going to do that. Switch that out. And at first, I thought that I lost everything, but then I remembered I had a bag that I used, underneath the bed. So, that's what the pink lights here are sitting for. So yeah, like I said, I'll officially switch that out real quick. I did just also have white in that corner, but it was just too bright. And I was like, nope, this is definitely a pink and purple glow. So I went ahead and I switched those into the light pink. Like I said though, the purple, I mean, no, the purple does decent, you know? Yeah, it does decent. It's obviously just a smidge brighter than obviously this. So it'll definitely be really, really good to, like I said, flip that around. So once I do that and get something to drink really quickly, I'll officially take my shower and go to bed. So it's officially almost 10:30. So maybe actually no shower at all. Just keep it calmer, you know, and do good. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially, like I said, maybe get this up tonight. But I just wanted to show, yeah, the almost finale product, and I'll show the finale then, and then I'll go to bed. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Alright guys, so here is the final result. Obviously, it's not like super intense like it was, obviously, for Valentine's Day this year. But it's still good. It's different in its own way because it covers the doors, right? You have bright pinks and like almost like an LED purple, right? So you have the bright LED pinks and then the lighter toned pinks. And, you know, then you also cover all of this area, too. So it makes it nice. Give a little glow at different areas. And then, obviously, not much on the behind the door. But then, obviously, I was able to loop everything. Looks super, super nice. Then, obviously, I came up and around with that purple because there was obviously a lot. Then there's just this purple and into that wreath. So I definitely like what I came up with. Yeah, it's definitely nice to wake up to still. You know, I'll show you guys what I'll wake up to. So obviously I'll wake up to all of that. And then this corner, perfect. And that's usually where I'm looking too in the mornings. Like I'm looking here, and then I'll roll over, right, get my phone, check on that a little bit. So this is usually my go-to corner, right? And then as soon as I wake up, I throw the pillows on the bed. I'm also looking over there, right? Or throw the pillows on the ground and then start pulling up the sheets. I always start on this side. So yeah, it's definitely good. And it's also nice because every time I go into the closet, there's obviously going to be that really nice pink-purple combo. So without further ado then, guys, I will officially go ahead and put all of my remaining lights in this tote and put that back underneath my bed. And then, yeah, we'll officially go to bed. So it became an all-night ordeal because you guys remember that that light that had 300? Well, obviously, I broke the 100, and it's the middle strand of the 100. Right? Come on, Alyssa, get it together. So obviously, because of that, I had originally used the belt, and I cut a hole in it. I actually put it away now. I'm not going to get it out. I'm getting pretty tired. But yeah, I did officially put that out. Or I had to poke a hole through it to kind of have like on a knot. But then I was just like, Alyssa, stop with the blonde moments, girl. Look, just have the dead one. That dead piece over there, because it's already illuminated enough, you know. So duh, get it together, Alyssa. So that's what I ended up doing. So it's definitely nice, you know. I might actually incorporate these super light pink ones up here if I want to, actually. But yeah, like I said, that officially does it for today. So I'll officially, like I said, pack everything up except this super light pink one. And, yeah, like I said, it's beautiful in its own little way, right? Because come this spring, I didn't do the door, right? And I didn't do the one half of the other door, right? And I just didn't do it like that, right? So now it's nicer to have its own little way, right? And it also follows Super Lush Life, doing it all night, all summer. So I'm officially going to go ahead and drink or listen to that song while I drink the rest of my water, and then obviously brush my teeth and stay up until I go tinkle at least one time. So anyhow, guys, like I said, I'll talk to everyone in the morning. Alright guys, it's now officially time to go ahead and go to bed. I'm definitely feeling very cute like this, but you guys can't see it that well in this pink, right? And purple, right? Purple champagne, right? So, um, obviously guys, remember that was one of my running little playlist or my running thumbnails, right? The one time it's like my running skills get me more buzzed, or maybe it was buffed because it was a little buff bit. Anyhow, guys, so yes, um, anyhow, we probably won't do that tomorrow, but we might do a similar thumbnail, right? Anyhow, guys, like I said, I am going to go ahead and get going to bed. I'm feeling very cute. I'm very happy that in no time at all, we're going to have nice new blonde hair again. Very happy and excited about that. And then, I just had some Cheetos and the last fancy cake, and then I also decided to actually add and switch around a couple different running songs just so I wouldn't tire myself out. And yeah, that was pretty much it, honestly. So yeah, it was definitely a really good, relaxing evening here. So officially, though, now officially, right around midnight, go ahead and get going to bed. You guys can definitely tell we are getting right in that groove, guys. The Florida groove. Oh my god. This is so awesome and fun to make 2 trips, guys. This Super Lush Life. And I was talking about that all last 50%. Actually, right around this time, too, right? I'll have to double check the exact time, but I remember I was at Raystown. I was hiking, and I was like, wait, you know what? I think we're going to do 2 trips down to Florida, guys. And yes, indeedy, we did. And well, we are going to. Right? So, anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead. Good. Well, I can't show it, but it's basically right at the top of your shoulder blade, right? And then I bend this arm the whole way around and get to it. Yeah, because there's only so far you can go. Then you have to reach your hand back behind you to itch at it. So, anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead, though, and get going. And I'll talk to everyone in the morning. So, just want to come on and share all those happy, joy, exciting times. So, here we go. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. It's now officially 8:31. I'm officially up. Obviously, last night, as you guys saw, I was very excited. And I did it like right away, so it's not a strike or planned, but yes, so obviously that is really really good, because I was like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna try to increase my sleep time and quality, and yeah, it actually. Alright guys, it is showing it extremely weird, so anyhow, I'm not gonna show the exact searches this time, and I don't know why it only shows it 2 times. The kind of pictures, obviously, that is. So I have no idea why it only shows it 2 times. Maybe I'm going to do an itemized search, but regardless, you guys can see. And this is not where we obsess about the minutes, right? But, you know, right around 20. I don't know why it doesn't show the initial. It was like right around midnight, guys. Anyhow, let's get back into the video. It ended up working rather well. So, yeah, like I said, we'll officially go ahead and get on up here. Slept in about 20 minutes, but definitely kind of needed, right? So you have to listen to your body since you're so far ahead on a lot of stuff. I will get up to about 4,000 this morning, so similar to yesterday, and then I'll go on my run here this afternoon. But yeah, just wanted to come on and share that I'm officially up and ready to roll for day 47, guys. Oh my god. Alright, anyhow, I'll officially talk to you guys soon. Everyone, your girl Liz here. It's officially about 10:15. I wanted to come on and share that I'm officially going to go ahead and get ready for my run. So, obviously, I have a whole pile of stops, obviously. So, Graham decided to give her sister some of that spaghetti. Not all of it, though, because I obviously have to eat some of it for lunch here. So, because of my chili, you know, having meat, there's actually new spaghetti sauce that Graham likes over that ragu. I think it's called, or yeah, ragu, right? Traditional. So we get, actually, I don't know I think they still sell it. But it'll be Del Grosso's, which is in Altoona. So I don't know if they sell it, but I don't know actually, because there's a lot of stores even around here that sell the Valley Farms. So, you know, you would think that there'd be a bigger, right, like dairy farm around here that would supply to here. But no, Williamsport, the whole, right, they supply the milk. So, yeah, like I said, I don't know if they'll have it, but I have to get that, and then I also have to get some water for Graham's sister, since she obviously ran out, and actually it's the distributor didn't pay their bill, and they've just been lying that something about the delivery can't be happening for like 2 months or whatever. So just say it, okay? Just be honest, just be straightforward, you know? Right? And that's just asking for common respect. That's not an instance of planet Earth needs to spin my way, and my strong opinions need to be known like all the time, right? Like some of these pages we see, right? It's like, yeah, you know, I feel very strongly about people should stop being atheists, right? And if people weren't atheists as much, right, maybe they wouldn't whimper around like dogs for so long, right? And just a whole bunch of other stuff, right? But you don't see me posting on every single, you know, video. Well, maybe if you weren't an atheist, right, it would be good for you, right? And same with Death with Dignity, right? So some people have very strong opinions that only God is the only person who is allowed to take somebody's life, right? It's not up to us, it's up to God, right? So obviously, you know, there's certain things though that, you know, we just need to just kind of do within reason, because that's the whole purpose of Christianity, right? Is we need a savior. We are bankrupt without a savior, right? So it's like, okay, so what about like all of these questions that we don't know the answer to? Can God really bash us for that, right? Is it loving of a just God to bash someone for not knowing, right? Like I said, well, but we knew that if he didn't, you know, die when he died, then he would have went on and stabbed 4 people brutally in Idaho, right? So it's like, right, so again, I have strong opinions on that, right? Let it be a God thing, right? And I've said that too before with, you know, God, I know you really wanted me to live this life as a man, but God, I just can't do this as a man. Right, they take it up with God. They take it up with the person who made it, right? They don't have you driving home your own very strong personal opinions too, right? So again, I don't go off the deep end. So obviously, again, we're hoping that, you know, the company would just do that too, right? So yes, it's like, you know, at some point you need to maybe just listen to Everybody Wants to Rule the World, right? Maybe just have that be your first song that you listen to every morning. And the key word is wants to rule the world, right? And obviously, in that song too, make the most of freedom and of pleasure, right? Which means help me, you know, find a good balance in it's not 100% of the time that things happen to my way, right? It's like, yeah, let it be, right? But again, I don't drive home those strong opinions. A lot of other people, right, they act like their strong opinions are the best. It's like, no, actually, you know, you have strong opinions that, you know. I know. It's like, yeah, you have strong opinions, you know, that you can't tell people that. Well, guess what? I do too, right? Because you actually can, right? It's like, well, I believed pulling a gun was the best thing to do. Well, I mean, there could have been a gun hidden on the path, right, that he was walking towards me. How do I know that? Right, okay, but again, what are the odds? And also, in the time that he's bending down to pick up the gun, right, you can run after him, right, and tackle him, right? And clearly there's probably going to be a lot of other officers there too, right? So actually you were wrong. What you believe is wrong, right? But again, do I post those comments? No. So anyhow, guys, after that 3.5 little minute, you know, these strong opinions are just nonsense. And the way that people are like, this is wrong, period. And I'm never going to let it happen. Right, okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. So anyhow, guys, so yes, obviously, I'll officially, go ahead and take that water to her. Then I'll do my run, and then I have to get corn, then I have to get the subs, and I have to get the milk. So I have like 3 stops on the way home. So it's gonna be, quite the busy Friday, but that'll be good too. So, like I said, I didn't do much this morning here. I just got to about 3,500 steps slowly, finished my 2 waters, brushed my teeth, nice pearly whites, and just chilled out. I did make an Instagram post, which is a really cool, fantastic realization Friday. So, yeah, like I said, other than that though, guys, that's pretty much it for what I've done here this morning. And then obviously you guys already saw last night's film, so we're up to a good 20 minutes, so that's good. So I will probably start editing that while I'm getting dressed, and yeah, other than that, that'll be good. So I'm not really sure what I'll wear. Actually, I'll probably just take like a dress, because those are easy to just slip right off then. And I'll have my running shorts underneath them. Or I could just wear like shorts and then like do like a tank, and take like a tank. I think I'll do that actually instead, because it is a little bit cooler, right? So yeah, or actually I'll take a t-shirt, so that'll be good. So anyhow, guys, like I said, I'll officially go ahead and get dressed and get listening to this while I'm getting dressed. So I'll talk to you guys very soon. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So I actually did also want to come on and share. I just realized and obviously listened to my film. So it was actually written during the Cold War too, which is amazing, right? A perfect timing as to when that song was written, right? So it's like, yes, you want to rule the world, right? But you can't, right? So obviously again, and that's gets into other things where you will know when it's our time, right? So obviously same with like babies, right? So like what about, if it doesn't directly say, and you go follow all these trails, right, in biblical text, right, but it doesn't lead you to a direct answer. It's like, okay, well, what about babies, right? I mean, babies can't, we're all born in sin, right? Again, that's one of the big things about Christianity. We need a savior, right? So it's like, okay, well, what about them? They don't have time to repent, right? Do they go to heaven? Like, what was the purpose of that life? Well, we might be able to determine what was the purpose of that life, right? Or get some good ideas, right, as to why, maybe later on down the road, right, like we've seen with Sojob, and obviously we saw in the standout video and stuff like that, right? So we might not be able to answer it now. We could come up with theories and then have a really good certain theory that we're almost certain on later on, but it still doesn't answer the question, right? Where do they go, right? Do they go to heaven? Do they go to hell? I mean, you don't really know, right? So again, the same also goes for, you want to rule the world, right? So at some point, maybe you should show people that giving up on these strong opinions is actually what you are doing too, right? But again, it never happens, right? So anyhow, let's officially get the rest of the way dressed. Think of it, for example, this is the last example then. Think of it like a homeless person, right? So Graham obviously had said before, right? If a person that's homeless says that they need shoes, right? Well, you figure out their shoe size and you get them shoes, right? Because if you just give them cash, you have no idea what they're going to do with it, right? They could not decide. They could use it for drugs, right, instead. So it's like, let's say, for example, it's like it's not really an ethical dilemma. But it's like, yeah, it's like a rock and a hard spot, right? So it's like you just need to let it be, and just go out on a whim and let it be a God thing if you do see somebody and you have the availability to help them, but you only have cash on you. And maybe, you're running a little bit lower on gas money or whatever, so you don't have the extra gas money to drive back to and back to that homeless man, right? So it's like, kind of think of it like that, but again, that never happens. And also, that's also what I had said before, right? Ask questions to see how realistic it is, but they never also take that approach to say how many times, right? And show you that what they're doing is realistic, right? It's like that never happens. It's, I have strong opinions, right? I need to just drive home these strong opinions, right? And I'm not gonna ever tell you that it's actually 99% of the time that it's my way or the highway, right? It's like nonsense. Anyhow, that was the last example. Let me get dressed.
These things save stuff good. She's going to Florida for 3 weeks. Well,
It's been a very long time, guys, since I have been here. They actually rechanged all of the aisles in here, which is crazy. But anyhow, let's officially now go get the water. Like health and beauty. I'm trying to remember where that used to be. And that was actually used to be number 1. Remember? As soon as you came in, right? Now it's number 3, which is crazy. So anyhow, let's get this water. Let's check out. I don't have to take water to Graham's sister, just because she is having someone else get it for her today.
Everyone, your girl list here says now officially 118. We have to see, like I said, it is 118, and then obviously I have to get home, because obviously it's almost like you feel like you're on a time crunch, or it gives not like a time crunch, but you get a sense of like, you know, I have really good endurance, right? So it's like,
also free as well, because for example, whenever you run on your own terms, right, you don't have the sense of like, you know, the extra money that you would spend to get to the event. So you almost feel like you're almost like getting ahead, right? Like you're unstoppable today. And almost like Luke Combs, when it rains, it pours, right? So kind of like my own feeling, you know, but you don't have to risk it either, right? So obviously, you know, like, you know, I spent, right, $30, won 100, and then not even 2 weeks later, right, I go in, and I'm like, you know what, we're just doing it again, $20 and $1.50, right? And I was like, heck yeah, right? So you kind of get that sense, and it's a really good natural high as well, that they talk about, right? So obviously, you know, the right, the girly videos kind of thing, right? People are like, hey, you know, try to find that high somewhere else, or whenever people watch too many girly videos, they can't find that high anywhere else beside the girly videos, right? So yeah, that's also really, really fun. It's just like an amazing accomplishment, right? And it's like, I've been on one hell of a redneck road for 3 weeks now, right? So you almost just get that feeling, right? You can do it on your own, and it's also basically free, except the amount of little gas that it takes you to drive to, you know, the place that you choose, right? So it's really fun. But anyhow, let's get back into the video.
Kind of like a keeping up, but not even like a keeping up, like almost like a getting ahead kind of mindset, because it's like, here I have all these runs, right? And then I also have to make it all these miles, right? Then I have to make it back to my car, and I have to get all this stuff. But I also have to incorporate time for any travel delays, right? Because
to a racing event or whatever you have, right, on time, or even a little bit early with those traffic delays, is absolutely astonishing. The feeling that comes from that, especially when you just ran all of that too, right? So it's like, you know, you imagine people in the traffic jam, and it's like, you know, I wish that I could just park my car and get the hell out and just go, right? So obviously it's that also really, really good feeling too, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, no big deal, right? I'm unstoppable today. Time just, you know, is perfectly, by the way, my car key. Okay, how about we don't show that much, Alyssa, right? But yeah, my car key somehow scraped me up a little bit on my boobs. So, yes, but anyhow, guys, like I said, let's get back into the video.
it's almost like a really good, like, having that mindset, and whenever you achieve stuff in that mindset, it literally amplifies it so much that you just basically almost feel like invincible. And it's a really good mindset to get into, especially with, you know, wanting to do so much, right? Like, a half marathon next year. Maybe even a half marathon before I go. Maybe, just maybe, so, like I said, I mean, it's a lot, it's a lot, but I think I can do it, because that feeling of achieving a full-on half marathon, guys, is just an achievement that is just so awesome to have. So, yeah, like I said, I'm officially going to, actually, I'll have to listen to Unstoppable now that I say that. I haven't actually listened to that. But today, I'm going to do my opposites. So, obviously, Hurricane by Infinity Song, and then Hurricane by Luke Combs. Very much different context, guys. Very much, right? It isn't even midnight, but she went and she killed the lights. And yeah, he went right back to her bedside. That is very negative, right? Hurricane, right? So, I go ahead and let the rain pour. I keep waiting for more. I keep waiting for more, right? Yes, that is a positive hurricane, right? Although, I mean, the positives of Florida, though, having a lot of rain recently, not hurricane rain. Well, I mean, rain is rain, but like the nonsense question, what's the difference between hurricane, or what does hurricane rain look like, right? How's it different than regular rain? Let's get back into the video. But, rain by itself is rain by itself, right? So yes, obviously that's good for me though. So have a hurricane amount of rain without a hurricane. There we go. So obviously that's good that they've been getting all that rain down there, because this time I won't see any of those dead palm trees. That was such a bummer last time, guys. I wanted to freaking enjoy, nice, lush, right, vibrant palm trees. And next thing you know, boom. So, anyhow, guys, I'm officially, though, going to go ahead and get started here on my run. But like I said, that was good, motivational reminders, and it's also motivational reminders for other people, right? Because, maybe they're having a hard time sharing it, right, themselves, right? And that also has happened before on my page, where somebody else then words it a little bit better than me. Like I've said with my older reflection, right? Miss Rogers, right? So it's like, yeah, and then obviously my younger reflection is a little bit different. Well, I mean, as far as like going into it, she might not go into it on, her page, but also that was like what it was for me. It's like, yeah, I mean, I was nice to the operator, who clearly, just wanted a gasoline to thrown on her fire, and nobody ever really stood up to her. So yeah, I mean, I was nice to that, and I have heartless scumbags who clearly have never been told some really messed up stuff to their face, right? So all of those videos that we see, right, where I'm wrong, right, are two words that are never side by side and outright said in the vocabulary, right? So obviously, like the person blows all zeros and they still arrest them because, I'm covered, right, I'm a police officer, right, my beliefs are top of the line, right, I'm Jesus Christ himself. Well, actually, you're not. But anyhow, so, yes, obviously, there was the one video I saw, like, he had literally frozen for, like, 10 seconds. And then he tried to come up with some bullshit thing of, oh, well, they were appearing a little bit nervous. Right, take the easy way out, right? So, yes, obviously, that goes off exactly what I said before with the Mean Girls, right? Call yourself, before, and literally take the words right out of their mouth. Oh my God, you're hearing us. And maybe, guess what? Other people won't say it to you first, right? Because you own it, right? And you don't walk on eggshells with, oh, I can't use profanity. Get over it. Nobody's perfect, right? Which also gets into what I'll say later, but I'll just say it now. So obviously this song here is obviously another example of, the religion and stop being an atheist, right? So it's like, yeah, a Christian, right, would be probably one of the last people you would think to say, I don't care, there's no reason at all, period, right? Because they understand it's an imperfect world, right, since the beginning of time,
right? It's imperfect, right? So I don't care. There's no reason to do that. Well, again, that's you being an atheist, right? Because clearly Christians don't say that stuff. Yeah, a Christian might say it a time or two, but it's very, very rare, right? So anyhow, let's get back into the video.
Like, yeah, you know, your attitude is the same attitude that a lot of people have, or, you know, whenever they come back to the best country and still want to, you know, flip a gun on themselves. Right? So it's like, yeah, you know, so I was nice, and look what you get. Being nice gets you nowhere in the world, right? It's pretty messed up. Anyhow, so yeah, right, exactly what she said, and back to December, guys. So, oh my God, guys, that is wild. So, a fantastic way to just merge all of those topics and only have it like 6 minutes, guys. That's amazing. So it's like, yeah, you know, I throw as well, you know, nobody's perfect, right? And I start to, you know, engage on that level even one time, right? And I'm met with almost the same kind of nonsense, right? As, you know, the worthless officers, right? So it's like, you know, you can just go to hell, basically, right? Shut your mouth and stop talking, right? I mean, how else is someone supposed to perceive that, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, and I met with the same thing, you know? So yeah, you know, being nice doesn't get you anywhere. You know, it's just a world where evil control against evil control, and then even like the smallest version of evilness, right? Which telling a healthcare professional after, you know, they've been very arrogant to you to go to hell straight to their, I don't really think that that's, you know, deemed, well, that would be deemed very low end, right? But they catastrophize it into, it's the same as, you know, right, like barricading myself in, right? Or remember that one girl, right, that, stole the police's gun or something, and then she was in the car and she tried to leave the port, right? And it took all these different agencies and SWAT teams, right, hours of talking her down, right? So yeah, it's like, you know, they treat it like that. So yeah, and it can just get you into a very negative downward spiral, right? So there's my younger reflection, guys. Just absolutely amazing. So anyhow, let's officially go ahead and go ahead and get on my run. So here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now, I wanted to come on and share that I just got done with my run. I'm obviously very happy and excited. So I'm obviously going to cut out some different parts, but you guys would not believe it. And obviously have pictures on all around, right? So you guys have no idea, you know, which one I'm talking about, right? Because there's multiple, right, obviously. So anyhow, guys, enough. You guys probably already know what I'm gonna say. I saw the location one once again, guys. Oh my God. It was so awesome. So obviously I was done running, and then, I start walking a little bit, walking back, obviously, to my car a little bit, and then there's a car that goes by me, and I'm like, wait, I think that's the location one. And then, yes, indeed it was, and she got a newer, updated, version, right? And I'm trying to, well, actually, you guys have absolutely no idea, so it's okay if I say a newer, updated version of the car, because you guys don't know anything else, you know, right? Obviously, like I said, how about we don't spit in people's faces behind the screen, right? So let's not do that, because that's the exact same as spitting in their face, right? It's like, how do you like cold spit in your face, right? Did you ever try it? No. Okay, why don't we not do that? You have to obviously call your mom after work, and probably call her now, because you'll be crying and want somebody to talk to. And you also have to take a shower at work before you take your shower later on tonight, right? So cool way to twist in the, you know, what I had said earlier this year with I don't need to say that every time I come home from work and take a shower, right? So, the 2 times, right? So, anyhow, guys, let's officially get back into the video. Right? So, yeah, she obviously got it updated, but I did, then obviously look and see, right? And it goes with what I had said back before my trip to Florida last year, right, in 2025. Well, I mean, she definitely didn't, like, you know, start moving her car, right? So
it seemed as well like she was gonna continue and not go into it, like go somewhere further up the road and like turn around. But she actually didn't. I was very surprised. So definitely seemed like that. And then I was like, and then I saw the brake lights come on rather late. So I kind of thought that, but just the smidgest, right? So like a 3%, right? 97% is she just said, I'm not gonna drive further up the road and turn around. I'm just gonna drive on in. She knows already, right? This kind of thing. Anyhow, let's get back in the video.
everything about that, right, showed that she wants it angry, right? That I, you know, yeah, right, run by her house, right? So, anyhow, guys, so, then I looked to see, you know, obviously I knew that that was true, but I looked and indeed I caught a glimpse of her for like 2 seconds going into our house, obviously. From a different little area.
Obviously stay in her car and be like, oh my god, this is terrible, right? Like, I can't get out of my car, right, when she's around, right? That was really cool.
Area, but that's all I'm gonna say, right? Because again, I do not spit in people's faces, right? So yes, that was so awesome. And then the dog, like, she must have left her dog out, and it starts like running after me, and I'm like, oh my god. Right, what a way to see the location one to face again. But obviously, I had in my headphones. I was gonna turn them down, you know, and see like what kind of growl it was. Or colors are obviously showing because I should have just flipped them down, right? Just flip the headphones down, Alyssa, right? And then I probably would have heard her calling for it. But I don't know if she I don't know if it was like barking in the doorway, because she definitely left it out. Or maybe it skedaddled out. Well, no, there's only those 2 ways. Actually, I don't know. There might be more ways. Obviously, again, whenever I walk by her house and drive by her house, right, I don't stop in the middle of the road, right, and get out, you know, big binoculars, right, and just stare. No, okay, I don't do that, right. But, no, it was definitely, she left it out a little bit, but then she knew it was going to come after me. Because I saw her vaguely, because she had on her work clothes. I remember seeing like a black figure, kind of like in the doorway, opening it up, letting the dog back in. So I thought that was kind of cool. Because yeah, she actually had on exactly, she actually had her hair up in a bun today. And then she had on her stuff. So she must have been just coming from work too, which is really, really cool. So anyhow, guys, let's get back into the video. If she would do what most dog owners do, I don't know if she's a dog owner of it, but she would be like, oh, she's friendly, because I never remember talking to her about her dog, right, at work. Yes, or any little pets that she might have. I actually never asked her if she had any pets, so that was cool. So anyhow, guys, no freaking way. I was so happy and excited to see her, and I was so wound, obviously, walking back. So I was very happy and excited to see the location one. And obviously, again, if the dog would have like came up super close, right? I just had to like casually walk into her driveway and be like, hey, here's your dog, right? Like, that would be absolutely wild, right? And it would definitely get a nomination for the Freakiest Friday, you know, because I was just talking about her before my run here. Guys, I was literally just talking about her. And I was like thinking on my run as well, you know, to add into that, right? You know, which also goes off what I've said recently. It's like, well, you know, maybe, you know, I'm just more of maybe I'm more on fire for God than you. We also see that as well whenever it comes to those road signs that we see, right, for pro-life, right? So it says, you know, I had a heartbeat at 9 weeks, right, or something like that. So it's like, yeah, you know, maybe I just have a little bit more respect for humans, right, than you do, in human life, right? Maybe I just care a little bit more than you, right? So like I said, judging, right? You know, if that does happen, right, it's like, well, you know, we all have to start somewhere, right? And I shared that before, right? So yeah, anyhow, let's get back into the video. Right, because, you know, you're you know, kind of like, you know, like I said before, well, you know, maybe I just care about people more than you do, right? So it's like, yeah, you know, maybe me telling you that it should be a sign from God that you should stop being lukewarm, right? So it's like, yeah, right? So what do you think of that, you know? But anyhow, guys, like I said, I am so happy and excited that I finally got to see her, because I was literally just, I was going to add that in. As soon as I started my run, I was like, you know what? I need to add that in, right? And just to think, guys, if I would have continued walking straight, right, for just a little bit longer. But obviously, I was running super, super low on water. I only had like 1 gulp left. I did really, really well, you know. Oh, never mind, it's cooling down, I gotta go. Alright guys, I have no idea why it keeps flickering around. Definitely something is going on up the roads. I have to take another road home because this is just insane. So anyhow, I'll talk to everyone soon. I just wanted to show, here I am getting gas. I am just below, like about a quarter, just above a quarter, but I'm gonna fill it up the whole way. $3.94 compared to $4.39. Yeah, take advantage of that and fill that up the whole way, Alyssa. Everyone, your girl Liz here is now, I'm not going to say the exact time, obviously, because I did directly outright say that, but I actually can do videos and properly, you know, tweak them, cut them at certain parts and all this other stuff, to make it sure that you guys don't know which location it was actually at, right? But anyhow, guys, so I officially just went ahead and had my sub. I'm about ready to hop in the shower. Once I make my bed, I did want to come on and share that this is absolutely insane. This definitely doesn't get a nomination, but it's definitely a Freaky Friday, because obviously you guys saw I just had a sub, right? So last time I saw the location one, right, it was split, right? And then this time it's just me before Florida, right? And then last time it was post-Florida for me and pre-Florida for her, and ticket out, well, not really ticket out the door. I mean, she could have also not liked it there, which I kind of, again, definitely got that feeling, especially once the manager came out, right? And you go from, yeah, right, like really happy and excited, and, oh, thank you, right? Because I remember her being like, oh, thank you, right? So she was like, oh. Like she literally put her hand on her chest. She was that excited. Whenever I told her she can keep her tip, right? So, yes, I can actually still see it to this day. She's like, oh, thank you, right? So, because of that, obviously, then, right, the manager comes out, oh, yeah, okay, it'll ask you if you want to round up. Yep, She's like, thanks for stealing the show, right? So, yes, anyhow, guys, I'm officially going to go ahead, though, and make my bed. I don't want to make this super long. I do have a lot of editing to do, and adding in to do, so, I don't want to actually add them all in now, because there's a couple places, that could be a little bit longer, and then I have to think, because there's like 4 of them, so I'd be, wait, hold on. Okay, so I already covered that, and wait, well, what I just shared, did I go too far into, and actually that adds into that second thing that I wanted to talk about? So I did listen to it driving home, and there's a little couple places, so, and a lot of adding with pictures too. So anyhow, let me go ahead and make my bed, and then I'll officially go ahead and get in the shower, and then we'll do our famous jump onto the bed. Maybe not actually this time, until we get some good places, right, to nail down, right, and so I don't slide all around, right? So anyhow, guys, let's officially go ahead and make this bed, and then I'll talk to you guys after my shower. I'll always have time, obviously, to go get my shower, and that's what we're officially gonna do. So yeah, I officially made my bed. So in 3 different times, almost in tears, almost, 3 different times of my anthem. So good times, guys. Anyhow, let's officially go ahead and get on in the shower. The bed is made. Can't waste time, guys, so just give it a moment. I decided to do some similar shoots, which is also freaky, guys, because last time, right, I took a shower, or yeah, I took a shower that night, or yeah, I did.
And you guys obviously saw I was wearing Florida. Right now I'm wearing Miami. So, anyhow, just wanted to show that quick. Let's hop in the shower. That obviously does it for today. So thank you again, guys, for watching today's film. And I'll talk to everyone later.